Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky, and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is introduce y'all to my tips and tricks for writing a roofing contractor business plan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. And before we go ahead and examine the tips and tricks for writing a roofing contractor business plan, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of background and experience about myself. First, I am a professional business writer. So if y'all want to avoid going down the path and avoid the journey of writing your own roofing contractor business plan, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email. Love to help. That's what I do. Also, if you do want to go ahead and do your own journey of writing a wonderful, delightful business plan that is professionally edited, looks fantastic, structured, just where it needs to be. If you want to go ahead and do that yourself, more power to you. Kudos. I have written many books on how to write a business plan. If you mosey on over to Amazon.com, Google, just put my name in the search bar, Paul Borosky, put an MBA behind that. And what you'll find is many books on how to write a business plan. Choose one, feel free, choose two. But I think you'll find it most helpful for, a guide down your path of writing your own business plan. And as for professional experience, why I am qualified to be able to offer y'all tips and tricks about writing a business plan, it is because I am an adjunct professor and a subject matter expert in business and also finance. So if you do need some assistance with your financial projections, need a financial model, again, don't hesitate. Call me, write me, email me, text me, do whatever you need to do to get a hold of me, but I'd be delighted to help you with your financial projections. Enough with the infomercial. Let's talk about roofing contractors, tips and tricks on writing your own business plan. So first and foremost, I've worked with a lot of roofing contractors in writing their own business plans. And a lot of them, they do a great job explaining their products and how they do it, and very, very knowledgeable in their craft, almost to a T. So roofing contractors, very knowledgeable what they do and how they do it. And sometimes they get so locked into the process of doing it and, why they're so good at it, that they fail to fully describe their competitive advantages. And some of the competitive advantages may be that a roofing contractor might offer several different types of roofs. They might do the shingle, they might do the tile, they might do the tin roofs. So there's a lot of different kinds of roofs that a roofing contractor might do, or they might specialize in just one kind, and that could be your competitive advantage. We do shingle roofs, and that's all we do. We do tile roofs, and we do it better than everybody else. So regardless of what your competitive advantage is, make sure you identify it, and make sure you provide some in-depth details to it. Also, I've worked with some roofing contractors that offer additional services above and beyond just roofing. They might offer home repair. They might offer annual maintenance for the roofs. So a lot of different ways you can spin it, a lot of different ways to exploit competitive advantages. But a lot of roofing contractors, they don't provide the details, and that's what, a lot of readers of the business plan are looking for, is details for the competitive advantages. Why are you different? Tip number 2, industry research. A lot of my roofing contractors, what they love to do is they love to just jump on the internet and they research every roofing contractor that's within a 50-mile radius of their proposed business. And they'll be experts on what each one of them offers and how they do it and their service and their star rating on Google and so on and so forth. However, I challenge a lot of my roofing contractors to that maybe that's not the best way to approach their industry research. What I like to do when I do roofing contractor business plans is first I'm going to research the industry. I want to know what the trends are on a national basis. What are other roofing contractors doing, as a whole? What are some of the trends? Is there some new products out there, that are really, working well for the customers, and I'm going to, we're going to find out that information. And once we understand what's happening at a national level and some good sources of information on a national level, is going to be the Roofing Industry Magazine online or the National Roofing Contractors Association. Visit some of those sites to get some information about what's happening on a national level. Once you understand what's going on a national level, then take a look at your competitors from a different perspective here. See if your competitors are embracing the trends on a national level. If they are, and you'll probably find one or two, but if they are, those are your true competitors. Those are the people that are out there. They're staying on top of the industry, and they're implementing the information that they found in their business model continuously. Those are the ones that are going to be the tough cookies. Those are the ones you have to really take a hard look at of what they're doing, their business models, and go ahead and align your services that are going to best service the customer as compared to the competitors. All the other competitors that are just getting by, you're going to be able to identify them when you look at the competition from the lens of a national perspective. You're going to know you're going to be able to take a lot of market share from all those other competitors that are not cognizant of what's going on the national level, and you're going to be able to then just not even worry about them, and focus on the one or two that are really really sharp and really on their toes. That's going to set you up for a solid foundation for industry research. All right, advertising. Roofing contractors are real good setting up social media accounts. They're pretty good with websites, and they do an okay job with word of mouth advertising. The challenge that I have with some of my roofing contractors is they don't do everything consistently. The website, that's pretty static. Once you put up your website, you're pretty much good to go with that. But it's the social media accounts, and it's asking for, referrals, and it's the word of mouth advertising that they tend to get lost into working on their business and focus on helping the customer, where they forget to continuously and persistently and consistently work towards their advertising. And, to mitigate that problem, what I tell my roofing contractor clients is make sure you're on your social media 3 or 4 times a week. Keep your customers engaged. When you're talking to your customers, when the job is finished, ask them for referrals. Tell them to tell a friend. Even better, ask them for the referrals and then tell them to tell a friend. That is a great foundation to get your clients talking about you. Ask them to tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a family member. Tell them about me. Make sure your business models obviously are up to snuff and you're doing a good job, good quality service at a fair price for what you're providing. But once you get those business models down, then you're going to find that people are going to be more than willing to refer people to you if you remind them that you do want their additional business and you are working the word of mouth advertising. But also social media advertising is absolutely critical. When you're doing your roofing contractor, make sure you're snapping pictures of your client's roofs. Make sure you're posting it online. Make sure you're posting some blogs on your website, showing that you're an industry leader and what's going on with the national trends. So advertising is crucial. Don't just don't just rely on your website or your Google ads. Make sure you push your social media. Make sure you push your word of mouth advertising. All right, and tip number 4 is going to be the funding request. When I work with my roofing contractors, some of them, unfortunately, they tell me, well, Paul, we need about $150,000 and $170,000 to start a business, and immediately, what I ask them is which number. You just gave me a range of $150,000 and $170,000. I mean, that's a huge range. I mean, we got $20,000 that can be in between there. Which one is it? Is it the 50? Is it 150? Is it 170? Is it somewhere in between? When you're writing your funding request, the first two lines of that funding request in your business plan, you should state explicitly the dollar amount that you need in order to start operations or to expand operations. There should be no ambiguity there. This is the dollar amount I need. Once you do that, then the next paragraph, go ahead and explain where the money is going to be spent. Set your categories and set budgets for each category. For roofing material, I'm going to need X amount of dollars. For vehicles, I'm going to need Y amount of dollars. For storage space, I'm going to need this amount of dollars. For working capital, I'm going to need this money. Make sure you set each specific category, and within that category, be general in the categories, but identify what you're going to need and a dollar amount you're going to need. Set your budgets. Once you're done with that, at the bottom of your budget, total the dollar amount, and that bottom line dollar amount that you've totaled should be identical to the top line in your funding request. That way, you're asking for the money up top, and then on the bottom, you're justifying the specific dollar amount that you're looking for. And then tip number 5, financial projections. Any business plan should have financial projections. The details of the financial projections are kind of open. There's some people like to go a little bit more in depth than others, but a fantastic starting point for your financial projections would look something like this. And what I did is I created this little model right here in Excel. Didn't take very long. The way this is structured is the first section is going to be revenues. For the item sold is going to be an average roof replacement price, and then one of the services would also be roof repair. And here's the average price. Now, of course, not every roof is going to be $5,500 and every repair is going to be $250. But from your experience, estimate what the average roof price is and estimate what the average repair is going to be. Then identify what your variable costs are. How much are your shingles? How much, excuse me, how much are your shingles going to be? How much are the tile roofs? Estimate your variable costs. Once you know what your variable costs are, on average, you subtract your variable costs from your sales price, and that's going to give you gross profits. Right here for this example, $4,300. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to identify how many roofs are you going to go ahead and replace in a day. For this example, I put 0.5. That means that we're going to replace a roof every other day. So we're going to multiply that 0.5 by the 4,300. It gives us a $2,100 gross profit. And then we're going to do one roof repair a day at $250. Gross profit is going to be $175. 175 times 1 is going to give us the $175. The next step is going to be add up all of our gross profits for each service offered, and we're going to put it right here. Excuse me. Then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the gross profits on a daily basis by the number of days that we plan to work this month. For this month, we're going to say we're going to work 20 days. That's going to give us a gross profit of $46,500. Next thing we need to do is we need to identify what our fixed costs are going to be. So for this example, our fixed costs are going to be $2,500 for loan. We're going to need about $1,500 for inventory. We're going to need labor, $12,000. Our rental space is going to be $12,500, utilities, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. But the biggest thing you have to remember is always include some kind of a miscellaneous price. There is no way you're going to be, from my experience, I mean, this I guess is possible, but from my experience, there's no way you're going to be able to identify every penny you're going to have to spend on a monthly basis on average. So the best way to do it for a catch-all is to do a miscellaneous at the bottom and put a number in there. Once you're done with that, total up all your fixed costs and put them right down here, total $34,000 for fixed costs on a monthly basis. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and figure out what our net profits are. So step number 3 is to calculate our monthly profits. The way we're going to do this is we're going to put one line item, monthly gross profits. We're going to pull this number here, right down here. Then we're going to go to monthly cost, $34,000. We're going to bring this number here. We're going to bring it right here. And then we're going to just simply subtract our monthly costs from our monthly profits, and it gives us a net profit of $12,500. This nice little succinct model is phenomenal because not only is it going to tell you what your net profit is on average per month, but you can change how many days you're going to work a month. You can change your variable costs. You can change your price. You can change the number of services you're going to provide a month. Every time you change those, your net profit is going to roll over and it's going to change accordingly. So now you've got a template that you're going to be able to, a customized template you're going to be able to use in your daily or weekly or monthly, revenue forecast. If you need some help with this, again, don't hesitate, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, send me a text. Be delighted to go ahead and put up a model. It could be this simple, it could be more detailed, but I can definitely help you out. But that's the structure, and make sure you have one of these when you're starting your business. All right. So in summary, when you are doing your roofing contractor business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. If you go onto the internet and you just get a general, business plan template, you're going to get a template that's made for manufacturing. You're going to get a template that is made for service industry. You're going to get a template that includes aspects for retail. You're going to get you're going to get a business plan template that includes aspects for restaurants. And what's going to happen is once you take a look at this template, and you're going to see all these other things that have nothing to do with your industry, and you're going to be trying to figure out what you need and what you don't need. It's going to be a lot of aggravation, a lot of distress, a lot of anxiety, and it's going to also be a lot of time away from you working in your business, working on your business, and servicing your customers. So make sure when you use a format for your business plan, use one that's aligned for the roofing industry. You can get one of those. Go to the SBA website. You can get a good solid template there, or you can go to my website, and I do provide some roofing templates, roofing business plan templates that you can use for your industry, of course, with a charge. But it's better than the stress and anxiety of a general one. Also, finally, next is going to be keep the star of the show your business. You are starting a roofing contracting business. The star of the show should be the roofing business itself. Yes, you might have 20 years of roofing experience. Yes, you might have all these degrees and certifications and so on and so forth. And that's fantastic. And that's excellent information to support your business. But don't make it all about you. The business plan should be about your business. It should be how you're going to service your customer. It's going to be about your financials. It's going to be about your advertising. It's going to be about your target market. It's going to be about your competitive advantages. It's going to be about your forecast, and it's going to be about your timelines as to when you want to accomplish your objectives. It's all about your business. Yes, there is one section, or your management section, that's going to talk a little bit about you and your experiences. But when you write your business plan, make sure the star of the show stays as your business, because that's where the spotlight needs to be. All right, and finally, if you need some help writing your business plan, whether it's just to be to complete some sections of the business plan, do the whole business plan, do your financials to your business plan, whatever your need is for a business plan, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be absolutely delighted to help. And if you do want to go ahead and go down the path of writing your own business plan, kudos for the desire for it. I love it. If you want some more information for writing your own roofing contractor business plan, mosey on over to my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/how to write a roofing contractor business plan. And what you're going to see, we'll just scroll down a little bit. You're going to see how to write a roofing contractor business plan, and it gives you some tips and tricks, some more additional tips and tricks on how to write each section of the roofing contractor business plan. If you want a more in-depth review on how to write a roofing contractor business plan, then go over to my webpage at www.amazon.com/author/Paul Borosky. And once you get there, I do have several books available that you can purchase for writing your own, creating your own financial statements, and also writing your own business plan. So, pick up one of my books. They're there for you to, use to get some knowledge and write a better business plan. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you like the video, give me 2 thumbs up. If you need some more help, mosey on over to my website, contact me, and I'd love to help. Thank you very much.